Another quick video on the observation hive. I posted a video last week where experienced a pretty good die-off in the bees, and it was too cold in here, and the bees weren't able to break the huddle and get to the sugar water, and I lost some bees, which was surprising to me. It was a learning experience because I figured them being inside my house in a room where it's probably 55, 60 degrees that they'd be able to break the huddle and get to the food, but they didn't choose to do that. So I've opened up the heaters in this room, or the vents in this room, to make it a little warmer, and I put in a frame of honey, and it's nice. They've been getting up there and eating the honey. They've been taking sugar water. There's actually sugar water all the way around this cluster. There's might be the whole thing, but I can see sugar water through the bees. So they're starting to load up their living area again. There's about another whole cluster on the other side of this frame about the same size. So it's interesting. Before, the cluster looked really small, but it was because they were all in the cells. They were actually, when you look at a bees during the winter and they have they're in a cluster, in order to keep warm, they actually put their heads to the bottom of the cells, and each bee gets in the cell and they all cluster together. And the numbers, it's kind of hard to tell. It looks like they have half as many bees as you really do, because half of them are in the cells. So now that it's warmer in here, they've come back out of the cells and filled the cells with sugar water, and I hope they're working at just making it through the winter and giving them enough storage that they can get to, and hopefully I've done enough to get them through the winter, but we'll see. A little close up here. So you can see all the way through to the other side, through the cells. And before, when they were in a tight cluster, there were bees in all those cells. You could just see a bunch of, basically where their abdomens, where their stingers are, were poking out. You could see bees on top of them, clustered over the top of them. But if you saw into a cell, it was full of a bee. And now it's not. Actually, that one in the middle of the screen is fanning, so they're drying out the sugar water a little bit. And the queen, I think that's the queen right there. She's been kind of in the middle of the frame, in the middle of everybody. Now that I don't have as many bees, it's a little easier to see the queen, but there she is. At least I think that's her. Yep, that looks like her. And if we pan up, there's the bees getting the honey. They just kind of work a cell or two at a time. They open it up, and each one of them kind of goes there and takes them out. But they don't uncamp all of them at one time. They just kind of do it cell by cell. That's the heating pad up top that I used to warm them back up. Well, that's it for today.